Hello friends! In this video we are building a simple HTML page from scratch. Every website you visit, whether it is a massive platform or a tiny blog, is built on HTML. It stands for hypertext markup language, but you can just think of it as the foundational skeleton of the web. It tells your computer what is a title, what is a paragraph, and what is an image. It does not care about colors or fancy animations. That is the job of CSS and JavaScript. HTML is just the raw, structural logic. Let me show you how to write your very first web page using nothing but plain text, and explain how your browser actually translates that text into a visual interface. Now look at this. Every HTML document is organized as a strict hierarchy, much like the file directory on your computer where folders contain other folders. In computer science, we call this a tree structure. At the very root of this tree is the HTML tag itself. Everything else lives inside it. Inside that root, the document immediately splits into two main branches. First is the head. The head contains metadata. This is information about the page that the user does not see directly, like the title of the browser tab, or hidden instructions for search engines. Second is the body. The body is the actual canvas. Every piece of text, every image, and every link you interact with lives inside the body branch. By nesting these elements inside one another, we give the browser a perfect, logical map of how our content is connected. Alright, let us focus on the body branch. When you want to show text on the screen, you wrap it in specific tags so the browser's rendering engine knows exactly how to draw it. If we use an H1 tag, which stands for heading 1, the browser parses that instruction and renders the text as large and bold. Below that, we can add a P tag, which stands for paragraph. The browser sees this and draws a standard, readable text block. Think of these tags like the formatting buttons in Microsoft Word, but instead of clicking a button to make text large, you are writing the exact structural command directly into the file. The browser simply reads these commands from top to bottom and paints the pixels on your screen. Now let us look at what makes HTML actual hypertext. A web document is not meant to be an isolated island. It is designed to be part of a massive network. To connect our page to another, we use the A tag, which stands for anchor. But just saying we want an anchor is not enough. We have to tell the browser exactly where that link points. We do this by adding an attribute inside the starting tag, called href, or hypertext reference. Think of it like a memory pointer in C++. It tells the browser's underlying networking engine exactly which server address to request when the user clicks the text. This single, simple mechanism is what transforms a static document into the interconnected web we use every day. So let us put it all together. When you save this plain text file with a .html extension and open it in Chrome or Safari, the browser's parsing engine goes to work. It reads your file from top to bottom, constructs that invisible tree structure we talked about, and paints the pixels on your screen exactly as instructed. You did not have to write a complex graphics engine to draw a large, bold heading or a clickable link. The browser handles the heavy physical lifting of rendering graphics, while your HTML simply provides the logical blueprint. And that is the computing reality of the web. It is just structured text, parsed and painted by a browser. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.